Hello everyone, welcome to Operation Grim Tide. This is FEC turn 7.1 and War Doctor speaking to you here. So, some housekeeping first before we get into the full turn. So on China's 6.3, we had a couple things. One is you're not allowed to fire an ASM at ships not sort of on the same side of a sea zone. So if the port had been here, this would be a valid move, but not on the other side. So the ASM strike going after the amphibious assault ships, even though it was a hit, it's invalid. And even if it had been a hit, it would only do 1 damage to these, since these are now capital ships. But they're there, they're fine, which is great for me. Second, I have added, because Backfire forgot about nuclear release giving a bonus to income, we've added an airborne to his supply and a stack of early gen MBTs. So I believe the airborne in Guangxi and the 4 MBTs are there. Finally, down here in North Korea, we agreed that for reasons of balance and simplicity, it would be better to have the SRBMs physically on the board. So I am placing them now from the last place I fired them, which is North Korea. All right, so let's bring this over here and do now my turn. So I don't have any diplomacy. I do have some repair. I am spending 1 IPP to repair the damage that's on the major airbase up here. I am also beginning repairs of this heavy aircraft cruiser in port. Now we can go over here to do tech. All right, let's get this lined up so we can see everything. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know that I like this very much. Okay. Let's go here and I'll show you this first. Okay, so I am doing 4 techs this turn. Again, PGMs, advanced SLBMs, air superiority fighters, and chem doctrine. So 2 of them could be completed this turn. All right, let's see how we go. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so we advance air superiority fighters to stage 3 ahead of the Americans. The most important one, I think, we complete chem, which will get me another chem marker and immunity to all future chem attacks, which is great. Plus I do damage on facility strikes. And also really important for this turn is PGMs being complete. So we've got some choices to make next turn about what we're doing. All right, so there's that. I've adjusted the income here for everybody. Go over here, just grab another chem marker so that I'm sure to have it on hand later, put on my board. All right, let me show you my buys here. So I came into this turn with 32 to spend. I spent 1 of my 2 Battlestar income to repair the base at Magadan. And I have 4 IPP worth of military aid, so a light infantry to Laos and a airborne to Vietnam. We're working off of, I know that 4 here probably alarms some of you. We've altered the income effective the cost effective this turn of what everything is in terms of IPP. So you'll see some of these as the turn goes on, prices change. But airborne are now 3, reflecting some of their lower value. I'm going to get Marine, SAM, paramilitary, field artillery, light infantry, 2 early gen MBTs, an early gen fighter, and a fighter for the remaining amount. Okay. All right, so we have got a fair number of attacks here. So attacks 1 and 2 are going to be from those SRBMs here in North Korea. They're going to fire 1, 2, once again at the minor air base and the major army base. In central Manchuria, this pesky paramilitary has got to die. So what we're going to do is take most of the units, not all of them, but most of them, in southern Manchuria up to attack. Let me just make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, so we're going to bring 2 MBTs. We are going to bring the 4 next gens and artillery from here and artillery from here, so I'll chip him out. So 2 artillery using one of my 4 chem markers. I'll throw that guy down there. The SPAG and the 3 mechs. That is attack number 1. Attack number 2 is over here in Ulyasatai. Let me make sure I get this covered without knocking anything over. Okay, I think I have everyone here. So from South Korea, I'm going to be bringing an early gen fighter into this attack. So he'll come up onto the board and go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to be bringing an early gen fighter in Magadan off camera here. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. I'm going to be bringing the EGF that's here in southern Manchuria, 1, 2 over. So these guys are staying behind as a rear guard. So that's the 3 EGFs. I'm going to be firing a LRM from Vlad, so 1, 2, 3 on in. Just double checking this here. And for the rest, everybody who's over here in Western Xinjiang is coming over. So this entire force of EGFs, artillery, SPAG, field artillery, and MBTs. Which is a fair bet. I'm going to board this when the moment comes. But yes, so that's that one. Okay. I have another attack, sort of a chain of attacks here. So I have a, sorry, I'm trying to get markers out here because it matters for what I'm about to do. My fingers are too big. Okay. I have a combat move up here. So in P18, I have a SSN. He is going to go 1, 2, 3 on down to Philippines to blockade. That is his combat move, this major port, placing the Philippines out of supply. You'll note an attack is happening here, so there's a good reason for that. All right. This next one is a bit contingent, so we're going to go here. I'm bringing 2 SSNs, or SSKs, in to attempt to serve as the blocking force to take out this frigate. They'll get first strike, so hopefully he's just done before they get to shoot. And I've got 2 moving forces here. So assuming that attack goes through, I have these 2 amphibious assault ships are going to go out of port and bring in a significant force from South Korea of 2 Marines, a field artillery, an MBT, and an air cav into the party here in the Philippines. So we'll move those guys in if and when that attack works. Attack number 2 of the moving force involves bringing my 3 destroyers, who will be going 1, 2, 3, 4 into P38. and my cruiser, and they will fire 4 anti-ship missiles into the fleet here. Again, assuming that battle doesn't go disastrously. Okay. Finally, I have a surgical strike up here in Far Aleutian. Using my spy sat, I will be taking the attack bomber down in South Korea. Get a little wide angle here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on in there. And I will be firing 2 cruise missiles from the major air bases in Magadan and Southern Kamchatka to join this party. Now, of course, it turns out, because I got PGMs, all of the cruise and anti-ship missiles I fire this turn now have target select regardless of where they're being fired, so that is great news. Now, one other little thing that's a consequence of what I've just done here. This movement will also place Guam out of supply, assuming it goes according to plan, because there is no army base on Guam. Okay. So, I am going to pause this and get the big battle out west onto the battle board. Okay, I'm back. So as you can see, I have all these guys set up. The Chinese, of course, are using chem in reply. So let's get to it. So first strikes. I have a field artillery, chem at 2. That's a chem disruption hit. So they are disrupted. All of these guys go down. Any additional hits will be first strike casualties. Okay. So I now have 2 artillery who will get to shoot at 3s. First strike. That is 1 first strike hit. So, gotta find my casualty order here. Backfire has elected to lose his field artillery as the casualty. No surprise there. So I will take him off the board as soon as I roll him, which is going to happen right now. So I'm immune to chem disruption, but he would still fire the first hit as I understand it. And my friends, I'm sure, will correct me if I'm wrong. The first hit would be just them attempting to disrupt me, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, that is the first hit. It would just be disruption, but I'm immune. So we're going to take him off the board. That chem back away. Okay, now for the potentially painful part. Oh wait, I still have 1 more first strike that matters quite a bit. So my first strike, cruise missile. Oh, almost. That's an 8. Okay, so he's gone. And we now fire 3 at 2 for his spag. 4, 11, 10. So the spag is done. All right. Okay. He's going to retire at the end of the turn, but he'll be taken as a casualty if I get additional hits here. So moving on, I have 4 early gen MBTs attacking at 2s. 11, 6, 11, 8. No good. 3 EGFs attacking at 3. Ooh, 2 and 1. 2 general hits. That is excellent. All right. Then we got 3 MBTs at 4s. Okay, that's 1 more general hit. 3. Okay. All right. So now we have, let me take these hits. So the spag is going to be taken as a casualty. He's already fired. And then they will take the 2 early gens as their additional hits. So 2 EG MBTs at 1s. 210. Ooh, lucky I got that disruption. All right, so 4 Light infantry at 3s. Ooh, 9, 10, 11, 11. All miss. And then 2 at 4 for the mechs. All right, that's a 2 and a 10. So that's 1 general hit on my part. I'm going to lose the field artillery. These artillery will retire. We clear these casualties. And we move on. Okay. So 4 early gens at 2. Nothing. 3 early gen fighters at 3. Nothing. 3 MBTs at 4. 3 4, so 2 hits. Got something out of it. All right. Light infantry at 3s. Okay, that's 1 hit. 4s. 5, 12. All right, so I have to take 1 casualty. And they take 2 more hits. And those will be the light infantry. All right, continuing. 3 early gens. Nope. 3 early gen fighters. Ooh, that's a hit. 3 ABTs. All right, that's 1 more hit. Okay, so those are going to be casualties. Clear that. 2 light infantry. You know what? Here, let's do it this way. The black will be the mechs. 3 and 4. Black is the 4. All right, that's 2 hits that I have to take. All right. Okay, 1 early gen. That is a hit. Outstanding. 3 early gen fighters. Misses. 3 MBTs. All right, that's the 1 hit I needed. Okay, 2 mechs. 12, 10. All right, I have taken back that land zone. Glory be. So Yasatai doesn't affect income at all. And these fighters will have to land at the end of their turn. Since they're all going the same place, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So I think for the rest of this, I'm going to move just over here. All right, that is 1 land battle star for me for the turn. Fantastic. Okay. Let's do like this maybe. Set this up so that I can kind of see what's going on. There we go. All right. That should get the whole picture. Okay, so 2 first strike SSKs against a lonely frigate. Looking for 3s. Oh. That doesn't seem fair, so let's try again. All right, 2 misses. Frigate. It's a 6. All right, now I'm just going to roll them together. 3s and 2. No. Trying again. No. All right, that's the 3 I needed. He got a 12. So frigate's dead. All right, that's done. So then these attacks down here proceed. So we have all of these guys coming ashore here. Although this guy was supposed to go here. Sorry, I moved to the wrong spot. They were going to P36. That's what I told everybody. So they're coming ashore from this side. Oh, there are reasons for that, as you'll see at the end of my turn phase. Okay. All right. So let's angle backward a little bit and see if I can get all this in here. Okay. So we have a 3 units attacking. 2 of them are at 2 because of the mountain penalty, 1 at 4. Oh, what do you know? So that's the hit I needed, which is great. They get 1 shot back at 3. That's a 6. Okay. So Philippines is mine. Light infantry dies. These go away. And all these guys come ashore. Okay. So Soviet Far East Command goes up 1 for that. So I'm at 22. Okay, good news there. All right. So let's get some thematically appropriate dice here and do this missile strike. All right. So because the U.S. has 2 frigates and a cruiser plus 2 air superiority fighters, this fighter seems to be knocked over, so you can't actually see it properly. They get 5 interception rolls at 4 or less. Let's see how they do here. Okay, so that's 1-4. So one of my missiles does not make it through. But I get to take 3 shots now. Okay, look for 5s or less. Full target select. That's 1. Okay, so I will take out a destroyer. Good deal. Okay. Next one. Let's resolve this fight up here in Central Manchuria, which you can probably just see on there. So I have 4 shots using chem at 3. Let's see if I can get the 2 hits I need to just have this be over before it begins. That's 1. So the paramilitary is disrupted. All right, let's do 4 next gens. That should get us the kill we need. No, it didn't. Lame. All right, 3 at 3 for my mechs. That's a miss. And 2 at 4 for my MBTs. All right, that's the kill I needed. All right. So then he gets 1 shot at a 1 in defense, and he misses. So, okay. So we retake southern or central Manchuria. That will move Chinese down 1, FEC up 1. I get a second battle star. Or no, 3rd battle star, because I took Philippines. Okay, so that is my 3 land battles, all of which have been pretty successful. All right, so way up here in Far Aleutian, we have got 2 at 5 and 1 at 7 to try to take these guys out. Full target select with the 5s. And that is a complete wipeout. So no joy there in that attack. So sad. Okay. So that's everything for right now. All right. So let's roll on in. Oh, no. 2 more attacks. Silly me, we've got those missile strikes. So let's just do this. Okay. So in the minor air base, we have 1 shot at, I believe, still 2 China has not advanced AMD, so one shot at 2 to get it out of the sky. Nope. All right, so we do 2 to 5 damage now. This is the +1 for Chem. So 7, that would be 4 more damage. Putting a total now of, what is this? It's going to be quite a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 damage on that base now. I should probably look this up because it matters for battle storage. Now what am I looking up, you might wonder? Well, bases have max damage. And I have just max damage this minor airbase. Actually, it tops out at 10 until you get nukes. So that is 10 damage on that base. And let me check my handy dandy ref sheet for this. So max damaging an airbase is 2 more. Outstanding. All right. So the second attack from our SRBM will be at the major army base. That takes 2 shots at 2. They go through. Once again, we're looking for high numbers. So he takes 2 damage. All right. 2 damage on the major army base there. Better than nothing. Okay. All right, so let me try to get you a view of just about everything. The start of my turn. Okay, so we got some non-combats to do here. All right, so this early gen fighter is going to go 1, 2 up to Magadan. This guy has 3 moves left, so 1, 2, 3 into southern Kamchatka. Wait, maybe this way. So 1, 2, 3. No, we'll go to Magadan with him. That works better. Okay. I'm going to move one of these guys up to Far Aleutian, which you'll note has no army base, so they're going to be out of supply as well. Which is great. This one is going to move here to P13. Okay. All right, down here, we're going to move these 1, 2, 3 to join the fleet. Over here, this major port is straddles P36 and P45 outstandingly. So we're going to go into port with that guy right there. Okay. Up here, the 3 EGFs will land in Ulaanbaatar. Should have mentioned the EGF was going to join that, or the air superiority fighter joined that party, but the backfire elected not to scramble, so I just forgot to move him. So, got to take this guy out of here. This paramilitary out of my reacquired territory. Okay. What else did I need to move? And I think that's everything other than, oh. So we're going to sea lift out of Sapporo 1, 2, 3 into South Korea, this MBT. Out of Tokyo, I'm going to sea lift this MBT. He is going to go 1, 2, 3 into North Korea to join the SRBMs. The Top Gun Air Superiority Fighter will also move down 1. Okay. And that looks like everything to me. All right. Okay. So let's get these guys back here so you can see everything. Okay. So have our damage payoff. I'm gonna put these guys together. All right. So let me make sure I have this right here. Okay, so the fighter and the aid delivery happens first. Duh. Okay. So into South Vietnam, we're going to add that. Airborne. We're going to chip out that infantry to make 3 in there. Okay, out here, we're going to place a paramilitary in Western Xinjiang. We're going to drop the 2 early gen MBTs and the early gen fighter in Uzbekistan. We are going to place the SAM and the field artillery here in North Korea. The Marine is going to go into Vladivostok. The fighter is going to go into South Korea. The light infantry will also... Where do I want to put him? We'll stick him in... I'm losing my mind here. We'll stick him in Magadan. Okay. All right. So let's collect us some income. I believe we're at the end of turn. Moved everything. So going into the turn, I have 6 battle stars saved. I collected 5 this turn. So that's pretty good. I have possession of 1 Chinese land zone that has no income. So that's 1 IPP for our bonus. We're at 23 total. Let me just get some 10s here. 23. So 23 plus 1 for the Chinese land zone. I do not have any Pacific Command land zone without IPP value. I don't have any of the Aleutians. There are no subs in my enemy naval units in any of my zones of concern. So that gets me 4 more. I'm going to take 1 here away and drop 5 in. I did not hit an oil tanker. I do possess Northern Manchuria, so that is 2 more IPP. Okay. So let's see what that is. That is 30 right now. So let's check out how much support my global masters give me. 7. All right, that's 4 more IPP. So 34 I'll be going into next turn, plus 6 more IPP. All right, well, been a big turn. We'll see how Tabletop Tactician... Oh, sorry, one more thing. And because we've gone through the whole turn, that damage is taken off. There we go. All right, that, I believe, is everything. So without further ado, War Doctor signing off.